Now, in this video, we will going to discuss about how the product has to be entered into the market. The following are the various factors considered by the managers when making a decision for entering a new product to the market. First one, define the market. So how to define the market? So it implies identifying market in terms of location. Where is the location? And having suitable population with large in and around the location. What will be the population, what is the population, whether the types of population, whether middle class representation, and their income levels well above the national average. This step is critical because the information that appeals to one particular sector of population may not be effective with the another. So then perform market analysis. So there is a need for an in-depth understanding of market growth rates, market size, forecast demand, existing products and level of competition, distribution or supply channels, advertising channels, potential risks and barriers to market entry and so on. So market growth rates based on the previous data, what will going to be the growth rate for individual months, market size, that is the potential, forecast demand, existing products, which are all the existing products and how they are being shared, how they have been performed in the market, they need to understand. Level of competition, what will be the competition level, then distribution and supply channels, how the distribution can take place of the product distribution, and also advertising channels, what will be the cost involved in the advertising channels, whether the channels are being properly located around the area where we are trying to establish, then the potential risks and barriers. Then access internal capabilities. There is a need to analyze the existing financial situation of the company and future requirements, human resources with skilled and efficient people, existing infrastructure and future requirements, company's present association with distribution and supply channels, getting associated with the joint venture or partnership. So that means if you want to develop into a new product, you may have the product which is already been running in the market of your own organization. So then we need to, since you are developing a new product, so naturally you should have the human resources. Whether the same resources can be able to do that, continue it, or whether to identify new people with skilled and efficient people, existing infrastructure. So that means within the existing infrastructure can be able to do it, or we need to have the new one, and also the future requirements. Company's present association with the distributors and its suppliers, getting associated with the joint venture or the partnership. Then analyze the new product. There is a need to compare the features and functionality of the new product with those existing in the market. So you are developing a new product of your own, but that product may be available with a different company also, so that we need to have the comparison of both in the features. That means what are all the best, whatever it is been available in your product which is not available in there, and also the functionality, whether functionally it will going to perform well, and modifications if any to overcome the limitations. Suppose if they based on their limitations can be able to overcome all those limitations which has been there in your competitor product, which can be modified here, and attract customers. The overall cost for making the product, so as far as possible the overall cost has to be within the approachable limit, fixing a competitive product price, associated product discounts, offerings if any. Then analyze government policies and regulations. Government regulations can very often and may create barriers to business entry and growth. So it may always keep on changing policies and regulations. companies need to examine the implications of such regulations prior to committing to the market entry. So that means whether you will be able to fulfill the requirements of the regulations which is imposed by the government, especially from the point of view of environment, that is, it plays a major impact. So the product which you are developing into the market should not have a direct impact on the environment. That is the major issue which will going to be taken care of, which will be major issue. It will be reviewed or viewed seriously by the government. There is a need to ensure that companies and their products actually conform to the regulations. Whatever the regulations which has been imposed by the government, that should be able to conform with the product which you are developing according to the requirement of the government regulations. Launching and tracking the new product program. The success of a new product can be ensured through effective launching and tracking programs. So not only we can launch the product, but we need to track them. So the various aspects are the product launching program. Launching program involves a planned series of activities or a set of related measures that a company goes through while launching a new product. Since it is impossible to gauge exactly how well the new product is going to be received in the market, there is a need for marketing engineers to follow few steps to deal with the product launch. What are all those steps? Number one, survey market before launch. There is a long gap duration, the preliminary stage of the market analysis and the launching stage. So why do we require to do even after the development of the product? Why we need to make the survey of the product? So that is basically because there will be a long gap between the product with before launching. You need to do the survey. But that survey is different from what this survey is, because once the product is already reached to the market, so there before launching we need to do the market survey. Whether there is any gap between the prior to the conceptual stage, the market survey, and today, because of the long gap, there will be a fluctuation in the market or the ideas which will going to be used by the people in the market. So in order to avoid that, so we need to have one more survey before the launching. There is the need to evaluate the target customers, existing competitors and their marketing strategies and tactics, including their marketing materials, ads, brochures, websites, etc. So these are all the modes in which we can do the marketing. Prepare for unlikely events. If the product launch is successful, the company must be in a position to supply products for increasing demand. So this is one of the major issue. So in the initial stages, the product which will need to be produced will have some limitations, because they will not going to keep the product with already prepared one. That is basically because the inventory will going to be high. So once they launch the product, they will going to keep a close eye on the market. That is because if there is any increase in demand, the company should be able to supply that immediately without any hassles. Prior planning and arrangement should be made with respect to adequate staffing, processes and supply lines to handle the increased customer attention and demand. Suppose if you are not doing that, then if there is a delay, then immediately the product sales will going to be dropped. So because of that, you need to have adequate staffing, processes and supply lines to handle the increased customer attention. Establish an effective product promotion. A combination of traditional advertising as well as inclusion of social media tools can generate a wide range of interest in the new product. Activating sales team. Working with sales team to coordinate seminars, meetings and discussions with the customers in an organized way helps to prime the customers for the product launch, apart from building enthusiasm and commitment to the launch. So then comes with the post-launch tracking program. Companies take great measures to monitor and track the early days of product launch in order to analyze, improve and rectify various issues. So initially when the product has been launched, so they will going to have a lot of hiccups. So those hiccups has to be addressed by the management. So in order to do that, they have to keep a track of the post-launch tracking program. The details related to post-launch tracking program are: number one, ensuring whether the product is available and reaching the customer based on his or her interest. So that means they should have a close watch so that they should be able to supply the product to the customer directly well within time. Customers tend to purchase the product either in online or offline. The marketing team must ensure the availability of the product in the region of the target customer. Analyzing whether the sales rate are meeting the prior expectations or not. The reasons for sales decline, if any, are ascertained and measuring actions initiated accordingly. So if there is a continuous smooth flow of sales, then there will not be any hassles. Suppose if there is any decline, you should be able to identify what is the problem and it should be addressed immediately. Further, the sales team is motivated for better performance through an incentive scheme that leads to increase in product sales. Suppose if there is the quality is then being maintained, but still the product sales is less, so then we need to motivate the sales team by giving some incentives so that they will be able to reach to the customers so that the product sales will going to be increased. Analyzing whether the customer's behavior and attitudes toward the new product are optimistic or not. There is a need to provide platform for customers and end users of the product to project their comments on the various aspects of the product. This is something like which is the feedback. So there should be a platform wherein you must arrange a sales forums wherein you call the customers who have been already purchased the product and you give them the time for you make them to ask them about their feedbacks and the comments on the various aspects of the product, because how they feel about the product once they are being using regularly. So once they get the feedback, then these can be achieved in the form of customer feedback through the social media. Once it can be on the offline or it can be and offline also, letter drop, seminars, meetings and so on. Identifying the issues and concerns that need to be addressed in order to improve the product designs and or performance. So that means once the feedback you get, based on those feedback, can be able to address those feedbacks in the further development of the product. If it is possible, you just incorporate that. Adopting suitable techniques to enhance the product's competitivity and growth in the market. Techniques to retain customers, attract new customers, expanding markets through new and secondary distribution channels, new franchises and distributors, direct selling to customers and so on. So once you have the product competitivity, once you get into the market, then if you want to enhance your market share, then you attract new customers, then expand the market through secondary distribution channels, new franchises we can take, and also the distributors, we can take new distributors. Direct selling also can be done to the customers, and these are all the various ways or the various techniques which can be able to do it. In our next video, we will going to discuss about the concept of product redesign. Thank you.